Samsung's new smartphone aims to redefine what's possible with the flagship, but does it hit the mark? What's up guys, it's Neowin here for Neowin, and this is my Galaxy S6 Edge video review. In previous years, Samsung smartphones have always followed the same design language, but the Galaxy S6 and the Galaxy S6 Edge change all of this. Poor sales of the Galaxy S5 have heralded an entirely new era for Samsung's smartphone business, and instead of plastic, we've got a redesigned fingerprint sensor and all glass materials on the S6 Edge to make a truly unique handset. On the front, the Galaxy S6 Edge has a 5.1-inch Super AMOLED Quad HD display, which offers 1440p resolution and an outstanding 577 pixels per inch density. The display is simply incredible, and at 577 ppi, it offers one of the highest densities on a smartphone display to date. Beneath the display, we've got a redesigned home button, which houses the new fingerprint sensor. Prior to the Galaxy S6 and the Galaxy S6 Edge, Samsung's fingerprint sensor required you to swipe, and it was rather hit and miss, but the new fingerprint sensor is a lot better and easier to use. Simply tap and the handset will unlock. The glass back is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 4 and should hopefully mean your handset won't easily shatter. The glass back itself is stylish in white, but if you do choose any of the other available colours, you'll need to wipe it clean often, as it definitely attracts fingerprints. The glass back does heat up occasionally when running resource intensive tasks, but not to a point where the handset is too hot to handle. You may have noticed that Samsung has moved away from a speaker on the back, and as such, the camera becomes the key focal point of the glass rear. Over the past few generations of its smartphones, Samsung has been progressively getting better in the smartphone camera department, and the S6 Edge takes the excellent Note 4 camera and makes it even better. The 16 megapixel shooter is complemented by optical image stabilization and auto HDR in both photos and video modes, and the overall camera quality is simply outstanding, as you can see from these images. On the front, the Galaxy S6 Edge sports a 5.1 megapixel front-facing camera, which features auto HDR and can shoot full HD video at 30 frames per second. Previous Samsung devices have usually had 2.1 megapixel snappers or less, and the increase to 5 megapixel results in much better selfies even in low light. At the bottom of the handset, Galaxy S6 Edge takes inspiration from the iPhone design and features a 3.5mm microphone jack, micro USB version 2 port, and the speaker. The speaker itself is the loudest ever on a Samsung device, and actually one of the best on a mobile device to date. When listening to media, it's fantastic, and even when used as a loudspeaker in a call, it's brilliant. For Samsung, the Galaxy S6 Edge shows what's possible in terms of design, and it's really quite clever. The subtle curved edges on either side of the display offer grip, and despite the handset being rather thin at the bottom of the curves, Samsung have managed to add the power and volume keys on the bezels. Under the hood, Samsung has used its own Exynos 7420 processor over the Snapdragon 810 chipset from Qualcomm, and there's good reason for this. The Galaxy S6 Edge has the fastest ever performance on a Samsung smartphone, and is actually vastly superior to the competition in the benchmark results. Alongside the octa-core Exynos processor, Samsung have added 3GB of RAM and a choice of either 32, 64 or 128GB of internal storage. Unlike previous devices, this isn't expandable, which basically means you're stuck with what you've got. Using its own processor has allowed Samsung to optimize the handset in a way that's not been possible before. Alongside the in-house chipset, Samsung has vastly improved the software experience by removing almost all of its own bloatware and optimizing the handset. The saying that less is more definitely applies to TouchWiz, and the result of Samsung's endeavors is an experience that's fast, fluid and slick. We've gone into a lot of detail on TouchWiz in the full review, and you'll find a link to this in the description below, but for this video I'm going to touch on a couple of the key features: the all-new theme store and the Edge screen. Part of the new TouchWiz UI is the ability to add themes to your device and use them to completely change the look and feel of your handset. At present, there's not an awful lot of themes available, but there are some quite interesting ones, including ones for travel, nature, and just when you want to change the colour of your device. In partnership with the new Avengers Age of Ultron movie, there's also themes for each individual Avengers character, including Iron Man, Black Widow, Captain America, and Thor. The other software feature we're looking at is the Edge screen, and the key difference between the Galaxy S6 and the S6 Edge. Like the Galaxy Note Edge, the S6 Edge uses panels to display different types of information, but unlike Samsung's curved phablet, the screen isn't as pronounced. The result of this is that the Edge screen is just a little bit less useful, and it's quite a little bit harder to design and develop panels for it. But that being said, there are a few useful ones already, like the night clock, Twitter's trends stream, and the list of stocks. And the list is ever growing thanks to third-party panels. Now to the one part of the Galaxy S6 Edge that can be a concern: The battery life. The S6 Edge package is powered by a 2600 mAh battery, but unlike past Samsung devices, it's not accessible or removable. This marks a stark contrast to previous Samsung flagships, and the lack of removable battery means you're reliant on either making the battery last the entire day or using a portable charger. Spending a few weeks with the S6 Edge has allowed me to really test the battery life, which has proved to be my only concern with the handset. On average, it'll last 28 hours on standby, 16 hours with low usage, 11 hours with medium usage, and 6 hours with heavy usage at full brightness. Like most devices, there are ways to improve this, and these include reducing the brightness and turning off location, which can both add a couple of hours to your battery life. Overall, the Galaxy S6 Edge is like no other smartphone. It's something special and unique enough to really pique your interest. The design is simply outstanding, and in creating the curved edge, Samsung have shown that actually, curved displays can be useful. The S6 Edge is a rethink of Samsung's mobile strategy, and to good effect. Instead of a handset that's just more of the same, we have a smartphone that really shows what Samsung is capable of. It's certainly not perfect as the battery life is a concern, but overall, it's the smartphone that redefines what a modern flagship smartphone should be. I'm Neowin, and you've been watching my S6 Edge video review from Neowin. Head over to the full review, link in the description below, for a more in-depth look at the handset. Give us a thumbs up if you like the S6 Edge or you like this video. Hit subscribe for more on the latest technology, and let me know your views on Samsung's current flagship in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video.